Okay, and we're getting in some breaking news. This is related to the visit by the Congress Vice President Rahul Gandhi. What we're hearing is that there has been a bit of a scuffle at the Rajasthan border. Rahul Gandhi getting into a bit of an altercation there with the police, and that's the news. Now, just a quick recap of the events that have been happening since morning. Remember, Hemendra Sharma speaking to the Home Minister, that big admission coming in there of the deaths being a result of the police firing, and Preeti Chaudhary speaking to the Superintendent of Police, Manoj Kumar, and these are the latest visuals. Just take a look at what Rahul Gandhi is attempting to do. He is riding on a bike and trying to make his way through at the border, and you can just see the amount of chaos that has unfolded in this area. I'm just awaiting more details from our correspondents. Rahul Gandhi there, despite being denied permission, forcefully making a trip to Mandsaur, the violence-hit region. He is also being accompanied by other senior Congress leaders like Sachin Pilot, Kamal Nath, Digvijay Singh, and that's not all. Even the JDU Sharad Yadav. This is a brief stop that he made at a dhaba, at an eatery, while he was on his way to Mandsaur. There you can see the Congress Vice President, Supriya Bharadwaj, our correspondent, who's tracking Rahul Gandhi's journey all the way from Delhi to Rajasthan and then making his entry into Mandsaur. And there he is getting into his vehicle. Okay, let me go straight across now to Deputy Editor Preeti Chaudhary for more on this. Preeti, you know, this is deja vu. This is a repeat of what happened at Saharanpur. The Congress Vice President getting into an argument with the police out there at the border. Just tell us what happened.
All right, Avantika, we want to give breaking news to our viewers right now. As expected, it is unfolding like a Bollywood political thriller. What we reported in the morning was that after speaking to the Congress leadership in the state, that Rahul Gandhi, in all probabilities, will mount a decoy vehicle and make his way through the inroads and not come down to the highway to be detained. Exactly that's happened. I want to bring in my colleague Hemendra in just a short while from now, but to give our viewers details on what has transpired. Just off 10 kilometers from here, Rahul Gandhi left the cavalcade. Now the cavalcade has all the big ministers of the Congress. He left the cavalcade, he mounted a bike. Hemendra is going to be giving us more details. Mounted a bike and is making his way through the interiors to the village. He's adamant, making a political point. Hemendra, the way things are unfolding now, practically like a political drama there. We were expecting this. Exactly that's happening.
Yeah, well, we were expecting, as we said in the morning, that Rahul Gandhi, it is possible that he might take a different route from Nivwara, which is about 3.5 kilometers from here. He took a different route, mounted a bike, and then he took a left. And now he's going to reach Mandsaur, and he's going to visit those villages. Now, as you see, the security forces have lowered their guard over here. They are rushing towards those villages, and they are trying to ensure that there is no security lapse over there, because security is a major concern inside those villages.
All right, you know, why get onto the bike here? Because it's easy to get by, because then he passes off as a local.
Well, he has given the police a slip, and he wants to make a political statement that he's there with the farmers come what may. He's standing with them, and also he's trying to spread give a larger message, larger posturing he's trying to do, and he's going to be there. No way.
Will be detained there?
Well, the police first have to locate him now, and then only he'll be detained. Yeah.
All right, Hemendra, thank you for joining us. Avantika, what we will also do is, as you can see, that the security forces have wrapped up from there. India Today and Aaj Tak will also be moving on. We're going to try and go to those villages and get in exactly where Rahul Gandhi has reached. Clearly, the Congress sensing political opportunity from here on. We continue to report on the story. We'll be moving locations. We'll be back with our viewers shortly.
Absolutely, Preeti. But just before you go, you know, you rightly mentioned about the kind of tactics adopted by the Congress party to ensure that, you know, Rahul Gandhi gets a chance to enter those villages. But the Madhya Pradesh government also on guard. You spoke to the Superintendent of Police, Manoj Kumar. Okay, we'll go back to Preeti in just a bit, but that's the big news there. Rahul Gandhi managing to give a slip, and, you know, as you can see, he's on that bike and has made his way through, but we're just awaiting more details. But a huge amount of commotion there. The police on guard at the border in Mandsaur. There's a four-tier security that has been put in place. The RAF, CRPF, 1,000 police personnel, and as you can see there, slogans in support of Rahul Gandhi being raised by his supporters. He is being accompanied by various senior Congress leaders. This is like a repeat of what happened at Saharanpur. If you remember, even there, Rahul Gandhi was very determined. He was adamant despite prohibitory orders being put in that area, in the clash-hit areas of Saharanpur, making his way through, but he was denied access by the UP police. And at that time, he was accompanied, if you remember, by Ghulam Nabi Azad and the UP Congress chief, Raj Babbar. Similar scenes that we're getting to see being played out at Mandsaur. Rahul Gandhi this time adapting a different tactic, a different strategy to make his way through the border and enter Mandsaur despite him being denied permission. So clearly, the opposition sensing a huge political opportunity for them. They're clearly smelling blood and have, been targeting the Shivraj Singh Chauhan government for not getting the situation under control. Just take a look at, the kind of political drama being unfolded at the border in Rajasthan. The Congress Vice President on board a bike and giving the cops a slip just before there he is walking. Okay, that's Sachin Pilot, who is also accompanying the Congress Vice President in entering Mandsaur, the violence-hit region. And we've been speaking to the Superintendent of Police this after the District Magistrate and the SP was removed from their position. Dev Ankur Badavan joins us with the very latest. Dev, quite a lot of drama being witnessed in this area where we can see the Congress Vice President and Sachin Pilot getting onto a bike and managing to get through.
Well, that's right. In fact, Rahul Gandhi, the Vice President of Congress, Avantika, did get into a scuffle as well with the police, who were not allowing him to move any forward, given the fact that prohibitory orders have been issued. Section 144 has been imposed at this place, and in fact in several other places in Madhya Pradesh. But despite that, Rahul Gandhi did try to barge his way into the area where he wants to reach. He wants to reach family members of the bereaved farmers. But clearly the district administration, with the orders that they have, are in no mood to relent. They are not wanting to allow Rahul Gandhi to enter the sensitive area.
So where did all of this happen? Where did the scuffle break out between the cops and the Congress Vice President? Where did all of this commotion take place?
Well, Avantika, this is Hera. This is about 25 kilometers from Nimit, where we are given to believe that heavy police presence is there. Rahul Gandhi had crossed Hera and was about to enter into the periphery of Nimit when all of this happened. In fact, about 50 police personnel with the checkpost that was erected were trying to stop Rahul Gandhi. That is when he got off from the cavalcade. He tried to, walk on his feet, and thereafter he tried to take a ride on a bike. And that is when the local police, the district administration, tried to stop him, tried to prevent him from entering this sensitive area, and that is when the entire commotion broke out and the entire scuffle ensued. In that, Rahul Gandhi pushed and shoved a few of the police personnel, and they also pushed several Congress workers in the opposite direction. That is when the things got really volatile, and that is when somehow Congress supporters, who were at least 300 to 400 in numbers, managed to break through the barricades that was there, the checkpost that was there, and have somehow managed to, get into the place where, from where this entire...
Okay, Dave, stay on with me. Just stay on with me. Continue to stay on with me. A very visibly agitated Rahul Gandhi walking out of his vehicle, and let's just play that audio up. Did Rahul Gandhi just push a police person? Let's just play that out and let's just raise the audio of the visuals that we're getting to see right now on our screens.
Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो हमें? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर, आप जो क्या कौन से रोक सकते हो? हटो गाड़ी आ गई।
Okay, a furious Rahul Gandhi there asking the cops, आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? कौन सा कानून है जो मुझे रोक सकता है? He's obviously extremely agitated. This is the kind of bitter altercation that happened between the Congress Vice President and the police, who are only doing their duty on the orders given by the various state governments. Look at Rahul Gandhi storming out of his vehicle and shouting at the cops on duty.
Sir, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers? Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो हमें? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रोक रहे हो? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो हटो।
Just take a look at this commotion that took place in Rajasthan while the Congress Vice President was heading to Mandsaur. Rahul Gandhi, extremely furious and agitated, shouting at the cops on duty and literally pushing him away from his cavalcade, from in front of his vehicle, and getting into a very bitter spat with the cops on duty. The Congress Vice President, arguing with the police, questioning them as to what or which law will prevent him from entering Mandsaur.
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो हमें? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो।
Sir, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers? Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो हमें? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो।
Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir?
Very dramatic visuals coming in there with Rahul Gandhi throwing a dare at the cops, getting engaged in another very ugly altercation with the police force, questioning them as to on what grounds is he not being allowed to enter Mandsaur, or in fact head towards Mandsaur, and literally pushing the cop away from in front of his vehicle. Devankur Vidhavan joins us. Dev, visibly agitated and extremely furious Rahul Gandhi there, questioning the cops and even pushing him away.
Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the
Well, absolutely, Avantika. I approached Rahul Gandhi with an intent of getting an answer from him whether he will be able to get to meet the farmers or not. But what I saw was a very visibly aggressive posturing by Rahul Gandhi. He was extremely agitated, and he seemed extremely furious at being stopped by the district administration, by the local police, and not being allowed to move any forward. He gets off from the vehicle, he starts shouting at the police personnel, and in fact almost immediately gets into a physical scuffle. And thereafter, as it almost confused, several Congress workers also get into a scuffle with the local police. There is a lot of pushing and shoving that is happening in that video, which I managed to get, but it clearly shows that Rahul Gandhi perhaps wants to convey perhaps a change of image. It clearly also shows that he no longer wants to be a timid leader, he no longer wants to be a calm, cool, collected person, the image that he had earlier, but it also seems that he also wants to be identified with the farmers, with the local issues, and also wants to show that he's concerned about the plight of the farmers. Remember, it has become a big issue in several divisions.
No, but being concerned is one thing and being adamant and so aggressive is the other. He's literally taking on the cops on duty. They're only doing their job. But Rahul Gandhi once again getting into a very bitter altercation and questioning the cops as to who are they to stop him from entering the violence-hit region.
Well, absolutely, Avantika, and as I said, this is perhaps an image makeover for Rahul Gandhi, something which he perhaps has been trying to do for some time, but it also clearly shows that Rahul Gandhi wants a change in the perception to happen. He does not any longer want to be a timid leader, a leader who does not have his voice. He wants to voice his concerns and voice them rather aggressively. So this is something which is very obvious. And this is something which perhaps may even happen in the future. Now we have seen that several other senior Congress leaders, including Vijay Singh, Kamal Nath, Sachin Pilot, Vidya Vyas, all of them were with Rahul Gandhi, but none of them had the kind of aggressive posturing that Rahul Gandhi adopted. He charged at the police personnel after getting down from his vehicle.
You know, but the aggression, it's coming from frustration, and that's very obvious, isn't it? I mean, why is he getting into an argument with the cops who are only doing their duty, who have been given orders to ensure that there is no untoward incident?
Absolutely, Avantika. In fact, several of the police personnel told him that we have these prohibitory orders, Section 144 has been imposed, and that he will not be allowed to go anywhere near the sensitive location. But despite that, Rahul Gandhi was in no mood to relent. He can be heard shouting, he can be heard saying, who are they to tell him that he cannot move any forward? Who are they to tell him that he cannot go and meet the farmers? Who are they to stop him and prevent him from moving any further?
Yes,
so all of that, came across.
Stay with me, Dev. Stay with me. Let's just play out the entire sequence of events. Dev Ankur Vadavan, in fact, asking that question to Rahul Gandhi as to whether he will be able to meet the farmers or their families. This is what exactly happened. Dev, I'm just going to come to you.
Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो मैं? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो मुझे? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो।
Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो मैं? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो मुझे?
हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई।
हटो यार
Editor India Today, Padmaja Joshi, for more on this. Padmaja, just take a look at these very dramatic visuals. Rahul Gandhi once again getting into a very bitter altercation with the cops and literally pushing him away. Asking them that who are they to stop him from entering into any of the areas in Rajasthan or Madhya Pradesh.
Well, actually, the answer to that should have been obvious to the Congress Vice President right from the outset, because there are prohibitory orders. When already he has been denied permission, then why should he enter? Here are these policemen who are only doing their job.
Exactly.
Here in Nimba Heda, Avantika, let our viewers just take a look at these visuals. It is not just about defying orders. It is not just about standing up to the cops. But here is Rahul Gandhi. Just stay with these visuals for a few seconds. These are 26-second visuals only on India Today, captured by my colleague. Take a look at what happens next. He gets out of his car. There's a policeman standing in the way. Was there any attempt on the part of the policeman to physically restrain him? There wasn't. There was just a policeman who was standing ahead of his jeep. Rahul Gandhi, the Congress Vice President, elected representative, member of parliament, here he is. He gets out of this car. Just take a look at this sequence of events.
And look at the aggression, Padmaja. If you see the body language, he's extremely furious. He's literally storming out of his vehicle and even pushes the cop on duty.
Absolutely. First he says, how can you stop me? आप मुझे कैसे रोक सकते हैं? Then physically gets out of his jeep and then pushes this senior cop out of the way. Again, one point that we've been underlining, Avantika, is that 1,000 cops, as the SP told Preeti Chaudhary, are deployed only to stop him from crossing the border. This at a time when the law situation, the order in Madhya Pradesh is very, very precarious. 1,000 men only to keep Team Rahul Gandhi away. This is what happens. Let's in fact play out the audio of what happened for our viewers again. Let's play that out.
Sir, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers? Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो मैं? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो मुझे?
हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई।
हटो यार
Do you think you will get to speak with the farmers, sir? Rahul, do you think you will get to speak with the farmers?
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो मैं? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रहे हो मुझे?
हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई।
हटो यार आप कैसे रोक सकते हो मैं?
That's just taking us through these exclusive visuals sent in by India Today's Devankur Vadhavan. And Padmaja, if you just see, he's not even allowing the cops to explain or to talk to him. He's literally pushing the cop on duty away from the side. And this is like deja vu, isn't it? I mean, Rahul Gandhi also got into a very bitter spat with the police when he was trying to make his way through Saharanpur. And yet again, we are seeing an aggressive Congress Vice President taking on the cops.
Absolutely, and here he is. There you can see him in focus. There's a policeman right here, and this is the actual moment where Rahul Gandhi, an incensed Rahul Gandhi, remember he's left his SPG aside. He first got onto a motorcycle along with his deputy Sachin Pilot, also on a motorcycle, and there is Rahul Gandhi here. He gets out of his jeep. Look at this, looking very, very angry. As he walks towards the policeman who is standing there trying to negotiate with Team Rahul, Rahul Gandhi says, "Aap kaise rok sakte ho hame?" and there physically pushes the man out of his way. We will try and get across to Congress leaders now and ask them if it is really worth whatever is happening right now, especially in a situation that is being seen right now in Madhya Pradesh. Back to you, Avantika, but let's again listen
we're going to play that
to what we had.
Yes, we're going to play that video once again, Padmaja. I'll keep coming back to you, and it's very important to get reactions from the Congress as well on the kind of behavior that has been displayed by the Congress Vice President. Let's just play the entire sequence of events. I'm also going to get a quick reaction from Devankur Vadhavan.
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कॉल कर रहे हो रोक रहे हैं? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कॉल कर रहे हो रोक रहे हैं? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार
An aggressive Rahul Gandhi shouting at the cops, saying, "Aap kaise rok sakte ho? Hato yahan se," literally pushing the cop away from in front of his vehicle. Devankur Vadhavan, who was asking those questions, joins us now on the broadcast. Dev, a belligerent Rahul Gandhi there, just taking on the cops, once again getting into a very bitter and a very ugly, argument with the cops on duty. What happened after that?
Well, Avantika, after getting into a very autonomous verbal spat with the police personnel, Rahul Gandhi somehow managed to find his way through this entire police personnel who were located out there. He somehow managed to get into a bike and leave for the place where, in fact, the next checkpost will be encountering him. So that is what actually happened. But it's also important to mention that Rahul Gandhi in those 30-35 seconds was not averse to taking law into his own hands. He can be repeatedly seen shouting, pushing, shoving the police personnel, telling them that who are going to stop him? How can they stop him? Why are they not allowing him to proceed? And not just that, not just him, it was as if on hundreds of Congress workers also managed to get into a physical scuffle with the police personnel who were out there trying to do their duty.
Can you confirm that for us? Because we can see him, reaching out for the cop. Did he actually push the cop away? Before I come to you, we are also joined on the broadcast by Congress leader Tom Vadakan. Good afternoon, sir. What explains this kind of behavior? Rahul Gandhi, threatening the cop and pushing him away. Mr. Tom Vadakan, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Yes, sir. We are getting these visuals of Rahul Gandhi, visibly upset, very aggressive, shouting at the cops. What is the fault of the cops? What explains this behavior?
I've not seen your visuals, and your assumption is that he's angry. He must be telling the cops to let him go. I mean, they may be stopping him, they may be creating hurdles. And you must remember, they're the same cops who are saying and claiming that they never shot anybody. These people died out of heart attack or what? I mean,
So that admission has come about from the State Home Minister. He has admitted to that, saying that the firing resulted in the death of the 5 farmers. But I would like you to see those visuals. In fact, if I may just explain it to you, what we are seeing right now on our channel is how he is so angry. He is just so visibly, irritated with the cops. The cop is only doing his duty. They have prohibitory orders. He has been given a job to prevent any political leader from entering the region. Then why such aggression? Why is he so incensed?
I have not seen the visuals. Now, what you assume is perception, which you are sharing with me, is that he's angry. He's only requesting them to let him pass.
There was no request. He's literally pushing the cop away. And you know what? I would request you, in fact, I would urge you, sir, to see these visuals on our channel right now. We are playing them out for our viewers to see as well. In fact, Mr. Tom Vadakan, I'll just come back to you in a bit, and I would really urge you to see those visuals before I come back to you. Devankur Vadhavan, you were there. You were asking those questions. You were asking Rahul Gandhi whether he will be given a chance to meet the farmers. What triggered such a reaction? What happened? Why is he so provoked?
Well, Avantika, I did not ask him that question once. I asked him twice. In fact, twice I repeatedly asked him because I really wanted to know from him what is it that he wants to discuss with the farmers. But clearly, he was in no mood to answer. Not just that, perhaps he had certain aggressive posturing coming to the court. He literally jumped out of the vehicle. He went towards the...
Stay with me. We have BJP spokesperson Sambit Patra also with us now on the broadcast. Good afternoon, Sambit. Thanks so much for speaking to us. I am absolutely amazed to see these visuals. We have a very aggressive Rahul Gandhi storming out of his vehicle, literally pushing away the cop on duty. Now, I'm only narrating to you the entire sequence of events is because I just spoke to Mr. Tom Vadakan and he says that he has not seen the visuals. So in case you have not seen the visuals, this is what exactly happened. Your reaction?
Seeing the visual. I'm seeing the visuals right now in front of me, and I'm appalled the way Mr. Rahul Gandhi and his entourage is behaving. I've been trying to take law into one's own hands, and that too trying to milk an opportunity out of a tragic situation, trying to politicize the whole issue. I believe this should not have been done, and in fact, Mr. Rahul Gandhi has become a tragic repeat offender as far as the political opportunistic tourism is concerned. And yet again, he's doing the same thing. I believe today is an opportunity when all the political parties should come together and should talk of peace, should talk of shunning violence, should talk of as to how we can...
Mr. Sambit Patra, politics aside, whatever, political slugfest we're getting to see over this tragic incident, what explains this kind of behavior? How can a person of that stature, like Mr. Rahul Gandhi, who's the Congress Vice President, coming out so aggressively, and he's pushing away, he's physically pushing away the cop from in front of his vehicle? What is the cop's fault? He's only doing his work. He's only, following the orders that have been given to him. And we saw similar scenes even when he tried to make a visit to Saharanpur, if you recall.
Exactly. This is the frustration of Mr. Rahul Gandhi, because he feels that he has an entitlement because he belongs to the Gandhi clan. And that sense of entitlement is gradually crumbling in India because of the fact that the Congress is gradually getting sidelined. And this is the reason as to why we can see the frustration that is large on the face of Mr. Rahul Gandhi. This is absolutely an unbecoming behavior. He's a member of parliament, behaving this way with men in uniform, behaving this way with the people who are entrusted to uphold the law of the land is something that does not behove with the member of parliament. So I believe this is absolute frustration of the Congress party and Mr. Rahul Gandhi. Well, yes, if he wanted to send a message, well, he went to a distance and then he was stopped by the police. He should have followed the diktat of the law of the land.
Yes, in fact,
rather than following the diktat, he's breaking it.
Absolutely. And why shouldn't there be a blanket ban on these political visits to, a situation or to an area where, things are still volatile and there is a sense of tension? Why is it that, he's saying, Mr. Sambit Patra, that kaun rok sakta hai mujhe? Kaun sa kanun hai jo mujhe rok sakta hai? The kanun is there. There have been prohibitory orders that have been imposed by the state government, and the cops on duty are only doing their job to ensure that political leaders are not entering the area.
Exactly, and this VIP kind of thought process where he says that kaun sa kanoon mujhe rok sakta hai is something which he has to drive away from his head. Because the common man has to follow the prohibitory orders. If there is a prohibitory order in a place, naturally, the police and the administration wants peace to dawn upon the area, and that's the reason as to why they have the prohibitory orders. But when the leaders say that I don't care, I give a damn to the law and order situation of this country, then what would the common man buy from this? Just imagine he's the topmost leader of the Congress party. If he gives out...
But then why doesn't the government take strict action? The state governments take strict action against any political leader for, creating all this chaos and commotion. I mean, Mr. Sambit Patra, there are 1,000 police personnel who have been deployed only to prevent him from entering Mandsaur. Isn't this shocking? I mean, instead of them, trying to contain the situation, trying to ensure that normalcy returns, they're actually stationed there to ensure that, political leaders from the opposition don't enter the area?
Exactly, and this is what the opposition leaders like Mr. Rahul Gandhi should think twice before going into these tragedy-inflicted areas. They should think that because of their visit, the whole administration's part would be diverted towards their visit. So rather than assisting in bringing peace, these people, like Mr. Rahul Gandhi, they are in a way instigating violence, they are instigating a kind of disturbance in the area where he's going. So naturally, one has to be extremely careful, and this behavior of Mr. Rahul Gandhi does not behove well.
Okay, Mr. Sambit Patra, just kindly stay on with me. I would like to play the entire sequence of events for the benefit of our viewers who have just tuned in. This is what happened. This is what happened when Rahul Gandhi's vehicle was stopped by the police. Here is the reaction of the Congress Vice President. Take a look at what happened.
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या कौन से रोक रोक रहे हो? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई। हटो यार हटो
Devankar Vadhavan, who got us those visuals, is with us right now just to explain, what happened right on the ground when he asked those questions. They've just taken us through, what happened then after Rahul Gandhi stepped out of his car. We can see that he's going and getting into an altercation, an argument with the cop, literally pushing him away. Post that, what happened? Where did Rahul Gandhi go?
Well, once it was the sheer numbers of the Congress workers which managed to lead Rahul Gandhi through that entire maze of police personnel, and thereafter he left and tried to leave. I left him somewhere around Mandsaur because I had to send this speech. It was really important to mention that it was not just Rahul Gandhi who was adopting certain aggressive posting, it was also hundreds of other Congress workers who were maintaining similar kind of aggressive posting. They were also trying to wait their way through these police personnel, trying to push themselves some of them, and it was happening as if on cue, and it was quite apparent that the police personnel were trying to explain to Rahul Gandhi that there were prohibitory orders in place, that section 144 was imposed, and they were not allowed to let any political leader go and make their way through the sensitive area where the deaths have happened, and also not allow them to speak with these farmers, because that can also, further
yes,
make the situation more sensitive. So that was all of that was being explained to Rahul Gandhi and some of the other party leaders, including Sachin Pilot. But it seemed like Rahul Gandhi was in no mood to listen, he was in no mood to relent, and he constantly kept shouting at the police personnel, kept telling them that who are they to stop him, how can they prevent him from going where he wants to go. It was as if he had thought about this entire thing, and it was happening as if it was a pre-scripted kind of a thing that was happening out there. It was very apparent. He tried to Rahul Gandhi, he tried to get a reaction from him as to what is it that he wants to discuss with the farmers, what is it that he wants to tell them.
No, and what explains such aggression? Why is he so angry? Why is it that it had to come down to, this kind of a verbal spat and him physically pushing away the cop on duty from in front of the vehicle? And why was he doing it?
Well, Avantika, for the half an hour or about 45 minutes that preceded this ugly sequence of events, there was nothing. I can vouch for that. There was absolutely nothing which could have led Rahul Gandhi to come in.
Dave, just stay on with me. Just please stay on with me. Brajesh Kalappa from the Congress party also joins us. Sir, good afternoon. Thanks so much for speaking to us. We're seeing these very dramatic scenes with the Congress Vice President really losing his cool. What explains this kind of behavior?
Well, I think last time, Avantika, you were raising an issue when he was keen on visiting Saharanpur.
Yes, I remember.
And again, you're now raising an issue about his visiting Mandsaur.
Yes.
And if you want leaders to be confined to their homes,
yes,
then I think this is not the Indian politics you have seen or you are going to witness in future. And this is something which you see when a leader is there, and he ought to be out there. And Rahul Gandhi has been out there. And I don't think it behoves a journalist to raise this issue as to why a leader is going there. 5 people have been mowed down, and wholly on account of police excesses. Now, if a leader of this stature can't reach out, then there are a lot of people who depend on him, and a lot of people who depend on him to raise the voice of the people. Otherwise, how are the voices of the people going to be heard?
But sir, is this kind of behavior from a leader of his stature acceptable as well? He's literally storming out of the vehicle. He's shouting at the cop who's on duty. His only job is really to execute the orders that have been given to him. Why take on a cop? What explains this kind of aggression, this kind of anger from the Congress Vice President?
No, but repeatedly the government can't keep him away from the people. In Saharanpur, again, they did the very same thing. Now it's the BJP which is doing the very same thing in Mandsaur. There is no law and order situation. Every time they say that law and order is going to go out of hand. This can't be a answer to keep a leader away. If they are not able to maintain law and order, let them quit. Let them say that, look...
But Mr. Brajesh Kalappa, the situation is still tense. In fact, it's still volatile. There are protesters, there are hoodlums who are openly on the streets carrying out a lot of thefts. Maybe, the security is also there for your own leader's security. The situation is tense. There are prohibitory orders. There is a decision that has been taken by the state government. Why not just ease off for a few days till things return to normalcy? And then visit the area and then, console the grieving family members?
In Saharanpur, again, this was a question. He was going 20 days after the incident, yet the press and the local administration had an issue. You see, if governments are effective, if governments are competent, I don't think they're going to have any problem with seeing to it that a VIP visit goes off smoothly. I don't think that's the problem at all. The point is that they want to keep this, people like this away from meeting the people. They don't want the people to interact with these leaders, because the voice of the people should not reach the general public. And this is the idea. This is the idea why governments across the country, whether in UP or in Madhya Pradesh, and particularly where governments which are ruled by BJP, they want to keep the top leadership of the Congress party away, because they want to present an impression which is totally wrong, which only certain sections of the media will project for them. And this is the idea. So if one has to go there and see...
No, sir, that's not fair, because we are just playing out those visuals for our viewers to see. I mean, I don't really understand by that statement certain sections of the media. We're just showing what we have on our cameras, what the cameras have caught. A belligerent Rahul Gandhi storming out of his vehicle, shouting aggressively at the cop on duty, ki kaun rok sakta hai mujhe, and why am I being stopped? And he's literally pushing the cop away. I would like to play those visuals out, and I would urge you to see the same.
आप कैसे रोक सकते हो? सर आप जो क्या खोल कर उसे रोक रहे हैं? हटो हटो गाड़ी आ गई हटो यार हटो
Okay, we're going to get lots more reactions there from the Congress party and the BJP on a very, unfortunate turn of events that took place in Rajasthan, where the Congress vice president was found to be extremely angry, infuriated, and really daring, threatening the cop on duty. We're going to just leave you with these visuals. After the Congress vice president Rahul Gandhi's ugly face-off with the cops, he's now moving towards Neemuch through the Madhya Pradesh, Rajasthan border. So we're showing you these two visuals of how the Congress vice president is on his way to visit Mandsaur. The security for him is watertight. The state government adamant that he will not be allowed inside, and Rahul Gandhi also determined to ensure that he does today make a visit to the grieving families in Mandsaur.